All right, top of the hour now here at the KFYR Plus News Desk. And gun sales in this country continue to climb, driven by political uncertainty, safety concerns, and, of course, a soaring demand for NFA items. Today, we speak with Noah Hammond of Liberty Suppressors about what's behind the surge and how industry and global conflicts may shape the trend. Noah, welcome to the News Desk. Thank you for your time today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So, national trends, Noah, with adjusted NICS checks exceeding 1.26 million last month. What factors do you believe are most responsible for the continued rise in gun sales?
Well, the whole market itself is growing, and a lot of it is just due to there being so many new shooters getting into it. Frankly, those of us who own a lot of guns all want more, and we're all trying to get everyone around us to who's not into it to get into it. So the pool of people buying is growing.
Yeah, I can totally understand it. I'm a guitar player, so every guitar I see, I want to buy. So I can equate that, I suppose, with guns as well. State level surges. Virginia saw a 55% jump in adjusted background checks year over year. How much does pending legislation typically drive consumer buying behavior in states that are facing maybe new restrictions?
Oh, it's a massive factor. So most of the time when a new gun law goes into effect that bans something, old things are grandfathered in. So if you already own whatever the banned item is, you're in the clear. You're just not allowed to manufacture, import, or transfer whatever those items any longer. So whenever there is a threat of increased legislation, everybody wants to go get whatever that thing
Mhm.
is, even if they didn't care about it initially. It's panic buying, and it comes from the assumption that that thing is going to be unavailable in the future.
Last month, we saw a 167% increase in NFA applications, over 5.7 million suppressors now registered nationwide. What is powering this explosive growth aside from, I guess, zeroing out that $200 tax?
Well, dropping the $200 is the biggest factor by far. But as far as other things goes, a lot of people have misconceptions about how well a silencer works. And whenever they get to see someone that they know who just got one, maybe because the $200 dropped off, then there's like, oh, hey, I want to do that. And it seems more attainable to them because they see someone else that they know doing it. So this is one thing where more sales leads to more sales, and it becomes a self-feeding loop.
Are you seeing more, I guess, first-time buyers of suppressors or the mostly experienced shooters expanding their collections?
Seeing a lot of first-time buyers. We're also seeing people who are more experienced, as you put it there, expanding their inventory, I guess you could say. But it's a lot of first-time buyers, a lot of people who have been around the periphery, but they were kept out of it by the 200, and now they're getting into it.
Okay. As a manufacturer of suppressors, how is Liberty Suppressors adjusting production to keep pace on this demand?
Well, we do more than just silencers. We do a like some normal machine work and stuff for some local companies. So what we're having to do is drop out of some of the extraneous side jobs that we do and focusing pretty much wholly on the silencer manufacturing. And that has been helping us keep up so far. We're also hiring right now, and we're looking to expand the amount of guys we have on the shop floor.
Uh, of course, you know about the global conflict that could be disrupting energy and even metal markets. Have you experienced any supply chain pressures?
Oh yeah, we have had very, very fluctuating pricing on materials. Fortunately for us, most of the cost of building a silencer is in labor, not in materials. So even a high percentage increase doesn't drive our cost up and down as much as some other industries. But our pricing on titanium in particular, I have noticed going up significantly. We use titanium for the tubing and for some of the internals.
Do you see any signs of shortages emerging in the broader firearms accessory market?
Not so far. I have heard some people talking about the munitions side of it, as far as actually being able to get ammunition. But I don't expect that we won't be able to manufacture enough. What I would be concerned about is if enough people talk about there being an ammo shortage, then everybody goes out and buys ammo. Now there is an ammo shortage and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, defense contractors are being urged or potentially ordered to rapidly increase munitions output under the Defense to Production Act. Do you think the civilian ammo industry can sustain a rising consumer demand while also the military drawing heavily from its suppliers?
I think that they can, as long as people don't just completely flood the market with demand because they're afraid they're going to run out. You also have to remember a lot of our ammunition is imported. A lot of it is manufactured in Mexico, for example. And I do not believe that they're subject to any of the same restrictions as US-based ammo manufacturers. So even if every US manufacturer was making exclusively ammo for the government, we would still have some we could purchase. It would just be obviously exorbitantly priced because it's only from a couple manufacturers.
Yeah. If the conflict with Iran stretches on, do you foresee lasting changes to the firearms regulations or consumer behavior or maybe even the manufacturing capacity?
I would be surprised, but it is possible that we would see an increase in manufacturing capacity. That's what happened before. Whenever we've had massive shortages that lasted a long time, people see that demand, so they invest more into manufacturing. So then the manufacturing capability goes up. So if it was to drag out for a really, really long time, and if it had a high impact on the market, we would just scale manufacturing to meet demand.
With suppressors more mainstream than ever before, what innovations or policy changes do you think are coming up next?
So there's a lot of innovation in manufacturing right now, or a lot of us are working on 3D printing with metal, not the normal plastic 3D printers, you know. And we're seeing a lot of people starting to try new things, new strategies, and how the silencers themselves work, how they attach. It's difficult to say what direction it could go. There's a bunch of different things that could be done, and it's possible that all the different things could be done.
As you look ahead, what gives you the most confidence or even concern about the future of firearms and suppressor ownership in this country, especially at this political, I guess, time that we're living in, and of course the global conflicts that we've got as well?
So as far as encouraging things, the amount of new gun buyers is massive. The more of us there are, the more voting power we have as a group, and the more likely we are to be able to protect our rights on the legislative level. As far as concerning goes, we're coming up on the midterms, and I'm not sure how well Republicans are going to do there. And generally, it's more pro-gun of the two main parties. And of course, the next presidential election could go either way. There's no way to tell on that. If we end up with a blue Senate and White House, then there's no telling what might get put through or what might not get put through. It's really too hard to say.
Do you tend to find more buying during a blue House, blue Senate, blue White House?
Oh, absolutely. Because everybody's terrified. They're just like, oh, the Democrats are going to take away all our guns. The Democrats are coming for us. So they all want to buy right now. Blue
Yeah,
presidents are very good for our sales.
yeah, I bet they are. Noah Hammond of Liberty Suppressors, thank you for your time today and the input and insight.
No problem. Thanks for having me.